Hi, girly.
Hi, girly.
I'm Eliana,
I'm Derek.
and this is
The book club
For
for
the
the
Girlies.
girlies.
Guys, on today's episode of For the Girlies,
Let them know, E.
this is part two
Mm-hmm.
of our deep dive into A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. Aren't you so proud of me? I got the name right on the first try.
It don't matter how many times you tell me, I'm not gonna know it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with Miss Moss's book titles. So, before we get into it, please be sure that you have liked, shared, commented this video
Mm-hmm.
and that you are subscribed to our channel.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you have hit the notification button to be notified about when we're posting.
Mm-hmm.
Please be sure that you are following us on all of our social media. Our links are down in the description box below. Also, be kind to one another in the
Pretty
comments, be
please.
kind to us, and please be kind to these authors. This is their creative work. We shall respect one another. Thank you very much.
That part. Also, if you are anti spoilers,
Hmm.
there will be spoilers in this, okay?
Hmm.
So don't turn the video off, pretty please. Just turn it down low, not
Yes.
off, low. So we can still get that view and then go finish reading the book so that you can watch the video and comment below what your thoughts are.
Without further ado, we're getting started on our moments. In terms of moments that stood out to you, Derek.
Spoiled, ungrateful thing that you are. I'll let you go to whomever you wish to run off with him and leave me. And when he leaves you, don't expect to come crawling back, not after all you did to get back to me, you ungrateful, lying wretch. Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to, Tamlin? Have you
Yeah.
lost your mind?
Who do you think you are?
That's that part. He really think he is somebody.
Because he's
You thought you,
nobody.
you thought you were my prize? You, what did ex-boy say?
You know what I
She said, you ain't even a fart, okay?
I you know what I love about this though is how powerful her man actually is
Mm-hmm.
in comparison to him, and then how powerful she is
In
in
comparison
comparison
to
to
him. Like,
him.
baby, you don't even know me. You think it was you. But that moment there, I was like, who is he talking to?
Himself.
You lost. And also, it was just like clarity. I'm like, we didn't even know you in book one. Like, we really were like with her thinking, like, oh, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't think he was necessarily the guy in book one. And we said that in our previous video in book two.
Mhm.
But I was like, oh, I mean, like, he's a nice guy, right?
Yeah.
But no, like, this is who you are at your core. You are masking all
Mhm.
the other times, and you always love to let your true colors show. Because if you loved me the way you said that you loved me, you wouldn't even say these words.
Exactly. That wouldn't cross your mind.
Right, to say, even to try to hurt me. You get into it with people that you love, and like this is how I know I love them. It don't even it don't even like cross my mind to say nasty things to them.
Mhm.
I also another moment that I really loved, it was before then, uh when Alice left
Mhm.
and she was like, you always have a friend in the summer court. And I was like, I really love Alice, and like she just always had her back. I loved Alice, period. Um and I miss her. Lucian says, what about Tamlin? Did you plan to disembowel him before you left and simply not get the chance? And then she says, I ripped the loose thread right out the bedroll. I debated it. I was like, and that was before he said that quote that I said before.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I'm sick of him.
Goes to show you that sometimes you just know somebody is trash and it's okay to act accordingly.
Oh, there have been so many instances in my life where I've been like, I don't like so and so.
Yeah.
And it's like, what they do to you? Nothing.
But you just
I just
don't.
don't
And then you
like
get
them.
proven
And then
right.
every time, every single time have I been proven right. Every single time.
I hate the times where like I gave him a chance.
And then they was like, I knew better than that.
Right. Like now I know why I felt that way and I felt like I
Mm-hmm.
was being mean. I was not being mean. I just knew.
Yeah.
But I
You rubbed
knew.
me the wrong way. Ooh, when Lucian, Lucian,
I don't know.
whatever. When Lucian, kind of comes to the when he realizes that like he was the villain in her story.
Mhm.
That was a beautiful moment for me. And even though she was like, "No, you weren't," I was like, "No, but he was." And I was like, "And "This why he's a good guy, because he can realize that little Napoleon Bonaparte ain't never gone." I don't know. In my mind, he's really tiny. I know he's not, but like he just has like short man energy. Sorry, short man.
One of the quotes that I have was Feyre talking about Tamlin. It's in reference to, I don't know that lady's name, that high priestess.
Mm-hmm.
Feyre says he still trusted her, still thought that whatever her name was
Mm-hmm.
had merely made a bad call, had no idea what lurked beneath the beauty, the clothes, and the pious incantations. What I wrote in my notes was, how can an MFer with no heart tell a lie? I was sick of him at that point, and I was just being petty. Your heart, you don't have a heart. Your heart is stone, and how could you tell a lie if you don't? There's nothing beating in your body, nothing happening. Whatever. That's how I felt at that moment. Another moment that I wanted to touch on was, again, Feyre's internal monologue. She goes, "Why? I wondered why no one had yet mentioned what now shone in Cassian's eyes as he gazed at my sister, the sorrow and the longing." Oh, Cassian, sweet Cassian. You
I
just kept
love
going
him.
after the girlies that didn't want him.
I love him so much. That's my dog. Another moment I loved regarding him was when he was angry at Feyre,
Mm-hmm.
that she gave herself up for them and she didn't tell him or
Mm,
tell them. Um, he was mad at her because she didn't see herself as being essential, and he was like, "Girl, like first of all, you didn't tell us you were a Harlow. Like we like you don't just mean stuff to like him. Like we all love you. Like we all would have
yeah.
like you don't do stuff like that." And I was like, "Yeah, let her know." He was like, "We were all terrified. For,
Her
yeah, we were all
and
terrified
Reese,
for you. Yeah,
her and Reese have that pattern.
yeah. Like they just don't think that like they're like yeah.
Sacrificing.
I don't need you to be a martyr. I don't need you to be a
I
martyr."
don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Okay, favorite sabotage in the spring court. Lived for it. I mentioned
Yeah.
it earlier in my likes, but just gonna touch on it again here in my moments as well. She was eating them up, and it was so good. They were falling into
Like
her trap. Oh my
flies.
god, putty in her hands. I was like, look at her, Kobe in his prime. The way she was dribbling that ball, baby. So the attack on the summer court
Mm.
was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Um, when Feyre like unleashed her abilities with the water, I was like, okay,
Yo, that was insane. She was choking them, drowning them.
bro,
I was like, girl.
lethal.
At least it wasn't the little water wolves anymore.
No, that was insane.
That
He
was
was like, "Girl,
crazy.
are you okay?" I have the final battle,
Mm-hmm.
and the death of the king of the Highburn.
The king of the Highburn.
Death of the king of
Of
Highburn.
King Highburn.
Of King Highburn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. That boy.
I don't know what else his name is, but it was King Highburn.
It was just so chaotic. It was so chaotic, and I really enjoyed um Feyre and her sisters. They played critical roles in his demise, and
They were doing it.
they was them girls, and I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They might have not been together in like the beginning of the series, but they really
which I
came
feel
together at the
like
end there.
it's true sisterhood.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't always get along with your sister, but like when it counts, you got their back. That's siblinghood. I won't even say sisters.
Yeah.
That's siblinghood, true siblinghood. We gonna have each other's back for real.
Yeah.
Then last one I'll say, Rhysand's sacrifice and resurrection is what I wrote. Because it just really, really, really got under my skin.
Me too.
Um,
Unnecessary.
but I did love like all the High Lords coming together
Mhm.
to resurrect him,
Yeah.
and even little Dutty Tamlin. It didn't completely like redeem him in my eyes,
No.
but I was just like, okay, you're
That is
not.
another reason why I'm interested in reading more about them because I want to see that relationship, what they're gonna do there.
Yeah,
Because now his court is in shambles.
truly.
Feel sorry for the other fairies, but not for you.
Yeah, but those are my moments.
Okay, so
Let's get
my
into it.
last moment, it's really just a collection of moments in which more pissed me off. So, after Amryn made a joke about Feyre sounding like Tamlin, Moore's reaction I felt was way out of line. The scene goes. There was nothing on Moore's face beyond cold calm, fury. I'd never seen her look so terrifying.
Hmm.
She had been furious with the mortal queens, but this was the face of the High Lord's third in command. Over a joke? And then she was like trying to force Amryn to apologize to her. And I'm like, I don't think Feyre didn't even take it that way.
Nobody's mad, babe.
She was just creating drama, and for what? Again, we have bigger fish to fry. Anyway, another one, Moore says, perhaps we did them a disservice, Moore mused, in not sharing enough of our wealth, our territory. Perhaps we are to blame for allowing some of this to rot and fester. That is a weird joke, Moore, because Rhysand was actually feeling bad. That is a weird joke. Then Moore goes, and it implies this is a different moment.
Mm-hmm.
But she goes, and it implies, Moore said, frowning deeply, that something might be amiss with the cauldron. Was it just me, or were her emotions just too much? They were out of control in this book. Like, why are you. Everything is like frowning deeply. Ma'am, can you please get it together? You're supposed to be third in command.
Truly. And you too old to be acting like this.
Like centuries
Right. Get
old.
over yourself.
And then, oh, actually, these are, I have two other moments here.
Okay.
They don't have to do with more. Thank God. So,
No more with more.
yes, Feyre says that he could even joke. No, it was a form of enduring for both of us. Because the alternative to laughter, Varian's devastated face watching us silently, was the alternative. And with this thing before us, this final task, and this was before they imbued the cauldron,
Mm-hmm.
Rhys, his normal self, was making jokes. And I wrote specifically, I'm grateful to my family for showing me the laughter. Every single one of them. Thank you. I'm so proud to be of you and to always hold parts of you in me because, yeah, laughter, joking, it is part of the enduring. And
Yeah.
I think you have to laugh until the last moment where you just can't take it anymore. And then you can be devastated. Then we're devastated. Then
I saw the.
until you can't do anything else.
Oh,
Then you're
100%.
devastated.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep going.
I was gonna say I saw the Wayans describe, like someone asked Damon Wayans Jr. like about his, like growing up in a comedy family and like having to be on all the time, and
Mhm.
he was like, "That's just our language." He was like, "You
Mhm.
just grow up in it." He was like, "It's just like how we talk, and it's at like you said, it's at it all moments." And I really related to that. It's like yeah, if you're not in it, you're not gonna understand it, I guess. But
Yeah.
like we are, it's the way we communicate and it's the way we show love, and it's in the highest of highs and the lowest of lows because it's how we
Laugh.
get through things.
Yes, laugh. Have
You
a.
got to, and even to reflect on things and we can laugh about
And
it.
then my last moment was just I I know that I cried during the battle, and I think
Baby.
it was Cassian and then Amryn dying that got me. You see, you're calling me a baby and you're over here reacting. Yeah, I think
I
that's.
want somebody to love me the way Cassian be loving, yo.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, him during the battle when he was like literally reaching for her and go, go, whatever. Yeah.
But are you gonna protect me like he protected her?
I don't know who you're talking to.
Neither. That's the problem. There is no one.
Okay. But yeah, I recall reading the book. I recall reading the book and I had tears and I don't know when it started. I cannot tell you when it started. I was just
These
like,
books are turning us soft, man.
it's just too much. But yeah, that's
Just
all.
kidding. We're both crybabies. All right, we're gonna move it along to meaningful and tearjerker quotes. I love this here. Only you can decide what breaks you, curse breaker.
Hmm.
Only you.
Hmm.
And that was the cereal to Feyre.
Hmm.
And it to me it just like it spoke to Feyre's inner strength for sure, but like you just gotta be resilient and I just loved it. I loved it. I was like, oh
Yes.
yes. Um I also have Mr. Reese to Feyre. He says, we deserve to be happy, and I'll fight with everything I have to ensure that you are. And I was like,
Yeah, except for when you try to kill yourself.
really? Because like you were not thinking about me. Don't ever do that again. But still, romantic. Wow, I know. um, I know. Don't fight me. I know how you girls like to get into it. This is more to Nesta. I mean, more to Pharaoh.
Uh-huh.
She says there are good days and hard days for me, even now. Don't let the hard days win. And like that and the first quote that I said just really like,
I do like that she said that to her.
yeah. Don't let the hard days win, man. This is the quote that really like this is my tearjerker.
Oh, you got a
Oh,
tearjerker. I don't
I
even have a
do.
tearjerker.
It was Cassie and Janesta. And he said, I have no regrets in my life but this. We did not have time. That I did not have time with you, Nesta. And then he says, I'll find you again in the next world, the next life, and we will have that time. I promise. I was like,
That might have been what made me cry. I don't know. I was just like a
I
wreck.
legit was like, my heart was like in my knees. And I was like, wait, stop.
Nuts.
You not like this. Not like this.
It was nuts. Okay, so for my quotes, I have this is Amber talking to Nesta, and she goes, when you erupt, girl, make sure it is felt across worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was significant, and I don't really have anything to say about it because it is so significant. Just, I don't need to say anything else. That's it. The next quote is Nesta speaking to Feyre. She asks, you went off into battle without a second thought. Why? That quote stood out to me because it made me think their biggest difference is that Nesta is about self preservation first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that they both won't fight for things, they will, but Nesta's like, no, I need to live first and foremost. And I,
It's about
Nesta,
survival, but it's not for like the greater good. It's just like it's kind of. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
yeah,
it kind of reminds me of what's that boy's name, Zayden. Where like I don't really like yes he was for the greater good, but he also was like ready to be like I mean it really we just trying to live.
because I think that they lead in fear. Nesta approaches things by thinking immediately that it's dumb.
Mhm.
Feyre trusts,
Mhm.
and that's gonna have you reacting to things so differently.
Mhm.
We obviously had that problem with Feyre that she was just doing weird stuff all of the
Mhm.
time, and I don't love that behavior in somebody. But at the same time, you have to know, Nesta, when you're not looking at things from the right lens. when you're always thinking oh, that's stupid, or
Hmm.
oh, that doesn't make any sense, or why would I do that? Like, let it's not about letting your guard down, but it's about opening your mind a little bit. So that just sparked that train of thought in me. And then my last quote was Rhysand. He was talking to Feyre and he goes, "There will come a day when Azriel has to decide if he is going to fight for her or let her go." And what I wrote about that was, how do we know when that day is?
It's been, it's been so much.
Yeah. And I wrote, how do we know when that day is, as a general question? Because neither of them want to talk to each other about it.
Hmm.
And yet he still holds feelings. We don't
Which is
know about her.
crazy.
I mean, he still holds feelings because we think he still holds feelings. Because nobody talks to them
Yeah.
about it, which I also thought was weird. How are and then just in general, I never understand the breaking point. Like, how do we know when we've reached the breaking point? Like when Rhysand says there's gonna come a day when he is going to figure out whether he fights or whether he lets her go. How do we know when that breaking point is? What I guess it's different for everyone, but I find that to be a fascinating phenomenon, really.
When is the breaking point? I guess you know when you know. It could be
That
in
which
it.
is also weird.
Yeah.
You know when you know.
It's just it'll just happen.
I don't know. There should be rules and instructions. That would make things so much easier.
I know, hun. Poor little type AE.
I'm tired. I'm tired. It's been like almost 29 years of this.
Whoa, whoa,
Please.
whoa! Tell me your age.
It's fine.
She's old, not me.
She's older than me. Well, now that I've broken her heart, we can move on into what did you learn? Tell me something.
Tell me something good. I said this before. I'm gonna always say it. Girl, that power is in you. It's you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, the only you can decide what breaks you. You know. What was the other one that I said that it got me? Oh, don't let the hard days win. Like those two quotes
Mm-hmm.
really, those were like my big takeaways from the book. Cause it's so easy to fall into like Elaine's like misery, like it's a girl, get up. Don't let that stuff suck you. Don't let the bad days suck you down. Like, all right, we gotta move forward. We gotta
Yeah,
push forward.
I agree.
Yeah. So those are my two big takeaways. You can break those curses. You can break the chains that are holding you back. The power lies within you. You can do it. These are
Please
favorites.
listen to her. I have three takeaways. First one is Asriel. He's saying, "We, Reese, Cass, and I will occasionally remind each other that what we think to be our greatest weakness can sometimes be our biggest strength."
Mm.
Remember that, you guys.
Remember me.
Okay. Second one is, it's a rare person to face who they truly are and not run from it, not be broken by it. And what I wrote about this was that the key is love and a purpose for something greater than you.
Mm.
I think that's how you're able to face who you truly are. My third takeaway was, it's actually a continuation of one of the moments. Feyre, her internal monologue, she goes, "And I knew that the laughter, it was in part because of that too, in defiance and gratitude." That part really stuck with me, the in defiance and gratitude thing,
Mm-hmm.
because it also made me think, not only am I so proud to be part of my family because
Mm.
they taught me to be this way, it is also why Dominicans laugh so much. Like, honestly, people are like, why are they so happy? They're always so happy. And we obviously would have a lot of things to be sad about if we ever visit DR. There are great things about DR, but there are also really tough things about DR. And no matter where you are in DR, you will hear a lot of laughter and like there will be a lot of joy everywhere you go there.
Sure.
And I think that's what it boils down to in defiance and gratitude.
Mm, I like that. You should get the tattoo.
I know, right? On my forehead. Why not?
Move it along.
Where else would I put it on?
Move it along.
My gosh, you don't support me in
It's
nothing.
not true. What did I do today? For
What'd you
you.
do?
For
What'd you
you.
do?
I was late to work this morning
What she did?
because I was calling. I wish I could show you. I was calling KTU nonstop to win my best friend
Whatever.
Mariah Carey Christmas extravaganza tickets. And when she picked up the
We didn't
phone,
win, Mariah.
we didn't win. And then wait, I didn't tell you this. So when they picked up the phone, okay, I was calling. Again, it was like they hit the fifth caller, like I think. I said they didn't announce it. So then someone answered the phone, and I go, and she's like, "Hey, KTU, how can I help you?" And I was like, "Hi." I was like, we were. She goes, "Hi, what's up? What's up, girl?
Girl, what do you mean?
The
What's up?
tickets."
I called. This is the number, no?
She's like, "Oh yeah, no, we picked someone. Why else would I be calling you?
That's so crazy. I'm so sorry.
It's okay."
You still don't support me though. Moving on. Let's talk about some theories, pal.
Okay. I feel like
Oh,
I'm jumping in. I feel like even though we saw all of the courts come together to defeat
hybrid.
the Han, sorry, yes, hybrid, and I still feel like there's a possibility
Hmm.
that a war between the courts,
Will ensue.
yeah, I felt like a war is afoot.
Yeah, something's
Something's
brewing.
brewing in there.
That and there is like other stuff that we don't.
We don't know.
Yeah, like about all these monsters, and then
Mm.
like the place where Miriam and Draken live, and I think there are other places.
I need a map.
You said this in the last one. You do need a map. So my first one is Cassian and Nesta are mates. They have
That's one
to
of my
be.
theories as
Like
well.
one thing was Feyre says, I still dreamed of him trying to crawl toward her, him being Cassian and her being Nesta,
Hmm.
reaching for her even in the semi-unconscious state the pain and blood loss had thrown him into, as Rhysand had once done for me during those last moments with Amarantha. That one. Then there was the moment where Feyre asked why he bothered so much after this, and he said, because I can't stay away.
Hmm. You see what I'm talking about, Big Cass?
Also, the third one that I wanted to bring up was that Nesta obeys Cassian. His like he gives her a subtle order to get away from Amber's rage. Girl, you know you trust him implicitly. Why do you trust him implicitly? Because you literally, we just talked about this. You don't trust literally anything ever. Why do you trust him? You don't know him.
To quote Jill Scott,
Hmm.
if you could tell me what to do, then you could tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you cannot tell me what to do. Okay? You can tell her what to do.
He could.
And that's that on that.
I don't know who I'm happy for in this situation, but I'm happy for somebody.
I'm happy for them both. Big Cass,
Okay,
Big Nesta.
give me your next theory.
Um. Oh, I said Feyre and Rhys, baby? Question mark? Question mark? Question
It
mark?
has
Cause
to.
the carver, he was their vision and like how powerful their baby would be. I could see it.
Yo, when she figured out that she was seeing their kid, which I also thought was ridiculous that she didn't notice it the first time. when she figured out that she was seeing their kid, I was thinking, I want to see the kid. I
I want to see a baby.
want to see the kid
Me.
so badly. I was like, I want to see the baby.
Let me see.
Please, please let me see the little boy. And then Rhysand asked to see him too. And she gives him the vision. I was like, oh, I want to
What about
see.
me?
Anyway, yeah.
I want to see a baby. So yeah, that's one of my theories. I want to see this baby.
That's why I want to read the other books. Because I was
Zayra.
complaining. I love you, Ariel.
Faden.
These are awful. Um, I love you, Ariel. I was complaining so hard this weekend after I finished the book. And I was just like, I just want to see their family. And like, what the heck? And she's like, well, keep reading. I will.
Sick of you.
She is, honestly. Okay, so my next theory is Azriel going to get a little flirty with Elaine?
Oh,
Will Lucian
that's
and
what I said. I said,
Azriel fight it out?
are we getting a little love triangle?
I can't. Okay, I can't see. I also just can't see the story ending without Azriel getting somebody
Something.
because, like, he's. I love him so much.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
But I love Big
community
Lou
thinks
too.
about him,
Yeah.
but I love him. But I do think that Lucian and Elaine are it.
In game.
Yeah.
I don't want to see as die or like
No.
don't.
I don't want to see him just by himself.
Yeah.
Everybody else got somebody but him.
He just needs somebody to love.
I was actually thinking about his performances to that song today.
Oh,
I was
the
listening to him
choreography
today.
was choreographing. Okay.
I was like, Justin showed you guys that he could dance, and then he said, "No more.
Truly.
I'm gonna start stomping." And I feel you, okay? He could do it if he wanted to. He doesn't want to. The next one was, my theories are mostly me just wondering, like, specific moments, what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, the bone carver talks about that there was a high fae who tricked the weaver. And I kept thinking, what the heck? Who's that? Immediately, obviously, my brain goes into conspiracy theories, and I'm like, was it Feyre's mom? Was it Miriam? Was it more? Who could it be? She has to be important. Because he was like, no one remembers her name, but I do, and she lives on in a lineage somewhere.
Sisters?
I don't know. It's so weird. Oh, he goes, no one remembers her name, but I do. She would have been my salvation had I not made my choice long before she walked this earth. Who was that? That's why I feel like there must be some other war brewing or something.
Right. There's too
Because,
much
yeah,
unanswered.
like somebody that powerful couldn't just like disappear. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, my next theory is it's about Nesta's power. It's like the quote goes, I think the power is death, death made flesh, or whatever power the cauldron holds over such things. That's why the carver heard about her. What are your thoughts on her power? I can't put a finger on it.
On what it is?
Yes, and I think for a moment I was like, is she more powerful than Amryn? But after seeing Amryn just destroy everybody like that, I don't think she is.
That was crazy.
I don't think she is. Amryn would destroy the whole world. Yeah, I think it's something that they've never encountered before. Because it's weird. It's like it has to do with the cauldron being able to.
I think it has to do with like her strength and like her her inner strength, not her like physical strength.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Now that I'm thinking about it a little bit, it might have to do something with like transformation because the cauldron takes you from being alive to dead to alive again, but in a different form.
I feel like she's always had this gift too. Because there was stuff that was happening with Nesta where I was like,
yes, that she like wasn't affected by the glamour.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is also why I was thinking
That's
about the
it's like
mom.
a she got like a wall block. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
that's also why I was thinking about the mom when the bone carver was saying she lives on somewhere. The person that tricked the weaver. I was like, she lives on some in some lineage. How could Nesta have any kind of power against Faye if she's supposed to just be human? Or is she were they not just human?
I don't. We don't know anything about their mom.
No.
And then their dad knew.
Mm. Weird, weird, weird. So then my last theory, you guys. I will read you this passage. It goes, Eris looked between them, smiling faintly, secretly, as if he knew something that Azriel didn't. I wouldn't have touched you, he said to Moore, who blanched again. But when you screwed that other bastard, a snarl ripped from Rhys's throat at that, and my own, I knew why you did it. Again, that secret smile that had more shrinking. Shrinking. So I gave you your freedom, ending the betrothal in no uncertain terms. And I wrote, there has to be something else there.
Hmm.
Why is she allowing people to look like the villain? Why is she allowing Eris to look like the villain in this, honestly? And she's got a really weird way about her in this book that's bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't there's something
Sum up.
about that dynamic with Eris and Azriel and more that to me is more than what she was even saying to Feyre. I don't know. Maybe I was reading too much into it, but we'll find out.
We will.
Okay, that's all for my theories.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, and that is also it for this episode, you
Yeah,
guys.
we are complete with book 3 in the ACOTAR series by Miss Sarah J. Maas.
Let us know if you want us to continue reading, although I'm
We're,
invested.
we're
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 here.
here, babe. So we gotta do it.
We just gotta keep going. I'm loyal. That's my problem.
She's loyal. Okay.
I am. You know that.
Thank you for watching this video. Make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you have those post notifications on. Follow us on all the socials. Our links are in the description below. And stay tuned.
For our next episode, where we're gonna be touching
Read
on.
A Love Song for Ricky Wilde
Ooh,
by Miss Tia Williams. I'm really excited to read this one.
me too.
It digs into like generations of a family.
Mm.
Let's get to it, guys. I'm excited.
See you at the next meeting, girlies.
Bye, girlies.
Bye, girlies.